Rockstar, a podcast weeks ago. Sono to a couple of Sono Chief Gihareh. Alright, I haven't done this in a while. Well, I watched a movie, but I haven't whatchamacallit. Um, things to whatchamacallit here. There is just started. Okay, so I've been talking about this. I heard that this show on Netflix called Dark was good. Let me just get the poll going in here. Unhinged. So okay. All right, we're ready. Poll posted at 111. Okay. Let's get this going, people. All right, so let me see. Netflix has this show called Dark. Ooh, it's not gonna really show. That was the whatchamacallit here. You're not gonna see this one either. Maybe kind of sort of okay. Boom. And boom. Yeah. All right. Oh, shit. Can I? I'm trying to figure out what the fuck. Let me see something. Okay. So, Netflix has a show called Dark. Now, one of the things was, bruh, sitting there trying to find a show called Dark and there are just so many other things that have just the word dark. The Dark Knight Rises. It was Darkness Falls. It was all this other shit. So I was like, bro, trying to find this shit. That was one. But it touched on a couple of things, and I'm just going to briefly go through a couple of things. So, like, the intro has this, like, you can see it here in a sense, but it sings here. This is something I'm just going to, like, on an artistic, me being a director, actor, and a visual, creator, director myself. This is something that I haven't really tried before, and it seems like just something simple. You see it a couple times, but like this was one of those first things in the intro, like that had my attention. So I'm gonna try this. You'll see me try this out soon in the upcoming video. So this is just something I wanted to mention. Also, like I said, let me see. Remember I told you in the movie Sinners, all those scenes that were all the R-rated scenes in Sinners was trash. This one scene right there, that one scene right there was better than every fucking scene in fucking Sinners. And emphasis on the, all right, and this is in the beginning. In the beginning, people, that one scene right there was good enough for me. I was like, yeah. So, nah, well, I'll come back. I'll talk to you more about that. But okay, let me try to figure out how to fuck this shit. Okay, how does this shit go? What's going on right now? Like, we're in the first half of this shit. There are a lot of questions. There are a lot of questions that still need answers. I'm still trying to put some shit together. I'm gonna figure some more stuff out later. All right. So, how does the movie start? Okay. It starts talking about time. You know. Let me flesh that out before I get to this. So it starts talking about time, and it says, we talk about time in the sense of you think that time is, linear. It goes forward in one direction and to infinity. Like time is just a linear concept, right? But the distinction between the past, the present, and the future is an illusion. And yesterday, today, and tomorrow is just this constant circle. And like this Ouroboros type thing. And like those are one of those type of things where you like you've heard people talk about this, like time being a just a like a concept, a man-made structure to keep people regulated and on, you know what I'm saying, this and the third. um then the whole time being an illusion. I think some of those scientists like Albert Einstein talks about like the past, present, future, not really, you know. um so it starts talking about time, right? And it's showing like what it seems like is pictures of people at different points in time. It seems like it's showing like pictures of it's showing like pic, three pictures, and it may seemingly be the same person at different points in time. It's doing that, right? So it's doing that when it's talking about the whole thing with time. And so, but it hasn't said anything new or different in the sense that like, okay, yes, I've heard that before. Like, what do you want to add new to like my knowledge of this, right? So it starts off with that. Then there's this. This is how it starts. All right. We know what's being suggested here. All right. We know what's being suggested here. So this happens. So now it's one of those, well, what the fuck? What's going on? You know, this is how it starts. Start talking about Tom, showing these random clip, like it's showing three pictures at a time of what would seemingly be the same person. So three pictures, three pictures, three pictures, and but then it zooms out to this whole little fucking board or whatever. Now, so I'm going to try to talk in the sense of what I can kind of gather. So it then moves to, it goes from that scene to the dude, you know, waking up. And so what I can kind of gather so far is that, you know, that was his dad. And he doesn't know why. Like, and so it apparently, I think one of the dates, first dates was like June something, 2019. And then it goes to like forward. Oh, it's also, I think it's a German show. Guten Tag. I think is either based in German. I think it has German actors. I think it's a German show. And so meanwhile, I think it has voiceovers. So that's another thing. And so like it's based in Germany. So it goes from there, and from there, so the guy, this guy, it seems like boom, now the son is like having this dream about it or whatever, and he's like, yo, like he's taking medication. Like he wakes up from a nightmare of this, assumingly, and he's like, he grabs his, you know, his pills, and just like the third, boom, 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 he's sweating. Then he goes downstairs, and the power is off, the light's not working. So he's like, Mom, Mom, and she's like, you think that by this age they'd be able to whatchamacallit. She up there handling business. They up there handling business, you know what I'm saying? They up there, she's like, you think by this age they'd be able to, you know, do something on their own or whatever, right? Make some toast. So it go from there. Now the dude handling business. Oh, now here's another little thing. They get up. They get up. She say, I love you. He say, it take a little moments to pause. Well, she says, I love you. She kisses him once, goes in for even another kiss. So she kisses him twice. She says, I love you, kisses him twice. And he says, you're beautiful. He goes out the window. He goes out the window, right? And he climbs down the side of the house. He goes on his run through the woods. He got the, you know, the Rocky gray sweater on. Then, after this, what else does he do? So then it got this other scene, and the mom is trying to, you know, get all the kids it's the first day of school. So the mom trying to get the kids ready for school. The older brother keeps smacking the younger brother in the head. Hey, where my black hoodie at? Smack him in the head. Maybe it's over there by this. He goes, it ain't over here. Comes back, smack the little one back in the head. Where my black hoodie at? Maybe she said, maybe it's in your room. He go back upstairs in the room. It ain't here. So he look at the woman, and then the girl, the daughter, she's on some conscious shit. She like, I'm not eating as long as a kid is starving every 10 seconds. I'm not even like, bitch, you not eating ain't changing shit. Eat this, that, that. Whoa, whoa. The dad, and so the little boy's talking about some magician shit. Like, he's going to be a magician. So the dad entertains the little boy like, okay, show me a magic trick, and then we get whatchamacallit. So the boy does his little magic trick. He has a little like I don't know what's the little, I don't even know what to call it. Just for right now, we can call it like a little yellow pond. He puts that, and he has one of those and two cups. So he puts, never mind, I'm not even gonna make that joke. But he has two cups, and so he puts it under one cup, and he puts under the other cup should be nothing. And then when he flips up the cup, the other one's gone, and he flips up the other cup, and now the pond has moved from under one cup to the other cup. And he's like, "How'd you do it?" Well, it's not a matter of how; it's a matter of when. And so that's another one of those things. Again, the series started off with this whole quote and concept of time. Now, so one thing that you can already gather is that there's an affair. He's having an affair. He's also police. He's also police. So there's that. And anything else? So the other thing is, so one, oh, yeah, her and him, just on the third, the whole guy, this guy. So what, from what I can gather, this guy is or was her in yeah. So he's gone out the picture and she messing with him now. So his son though has to go to school, and they're like, yo, now here's some other things with this. So his son is like walking through the woods with this other guy, whatever, and that's supposed to be like his therapist, and his therapist is asking him like, questions and whatnot. And well, why do you think that is? He's like, I still see him like in your dreams. He's like, why do you think that is? What do you think I'm trying to tell me something? What do you think he's trying to tell you? He's like, I don't know. He didn't leave anything. He didn't leave a note. He didn't leave a message. He just up and left. He just vanished in that third. However, so a couple things with the foreshadowing and this and that third, boom, boom, boom. So even with that, he did write like a little letter. He did write a letter. But when he was like in the woods and he talked to his therapist, he was like, yo, he didn't leave a letter, didn't leave a message, didn't say anything, he just vanished. And so the thing was, he did leave a letter, but then when it cuts to that, when he yelled that to like the therapist or whatever, it then cuts to the part where like this lady has like the letter or whatever. And now what I can, again, what I'm trying to kind of gather, because there's a lot of questions, there's just a lot of stuff going on. Then like, so after that scene, there was this picture, like she looks over at this picture on the wall after he jumps out the window, right? She looks over at the picture on the wall and it's ripped. And so what I think was that ripped part of the picture ripped the other lady out the picture. And I think that lady that was ripped out the picture, she has like the letter for whatchamacallit. So boom, there's that. Other thing. Now, as this boy is the main character who started off with the dream of potentially that woke up from this dream, I think, which is of his dad, you know what I'm saying? He was like, what's the other part? Oh, when he's riding his bike, like there's this boy missing, right? There's this boy missing. So you see this, like his flyer, there's a flyer talking about this boy is missing. So it then goes to, so now when it's the first day of school, right? So when he goes back to school, I guess his other friend walks up to him and he was like, yo, would you tell everybody? He was like, yeah, I told everybody you went to France. And now I'm not sure if he told everybody that or if he just told a specific person that. But he's like, yeah, I told you went to France. I don't know what people really know about your business or whatever. And I think from what's happening is that his father, unalived himself. Then it went from there. After here, what's next? So, like they had an assembly, and the assembly the lady's like, yes, first day of school, but if y'all know anything about, the boy Eric, he went to our school, he's one of, he was your previous classmate, if y'all know where he's at, or what happened to him, why did he vanish, please feel free to come forth. We don't know what was up with the boy. Now, there's a couple things they're alluding. Oh, this doesn't show it. This doesn't show it. There's just like this cave, right? There's a cave. And like every once in a while, it cuts back to this cave. Now, at one point, it did show like a figure coming out of the cave. So the one guy that was right here handling business, that's having an affair, that's also a police officer, his mom calls his place, and so he goes to see his mom, and he's like, "Mom, you know, where's that?" And she was like, "She's seen a figure in the woods. She also found this candy wrapper in the woods." Boom, boom, boom. Back to the what you want. The other boy. Our main character here is going to be, I think, so far for right now, is the son of this guy, right? Our main character is the son of that guy. So while he's in school, like, so he asked his friend, like, you know, and his friend's like, yeah, I basically told everybody you was in France. But they had this assembly, and when they was in this assembly, the dude was like, when she said this at the third, this girl walks past, right? So he look at the girl, you know, she look at him, they smile, they have like this exchange. But the girl sits down in between him and his friend, and then she starts kissing his friend. So, and then what's that, you know, like the voiceover, the narrator type thing, he's like, so I guess things did change since I've been going. So I don't know. That's something that I still have to figure out what they had going on, and they had something going on. They got, I don't know what it was, but we were gonna figure that out. And so, and not only that, but he keeps looking at her in this way, like, and she keep looking at him in this way. So it's assumingly that they had something, and then you know he stopped coming to school, and now she started messing with his friend. That's another thing. Then there were like, so I mean, okay, they're in the school, and then the other part of it is the boy Eric is the one that's missing. Eric is missing. Now with Eric missing, the other part they said is that what the hell is the other part? Oh, so I don't have their names, so that's why it may be a whatchamacallit. I gotta figure out people's names. That's actually, I may not, I'm not, well, I'm trying to figure out if they really be saying, I may not know nobody's name. I mean, sometimes you like, you tripping, like I should know this person's name. I don't think they've been saying nobody's name for real, other than the boy who's missing. But maybe they have. I'm just not paying attention to that part. So, but it would be nice for me to be able to talk, you know what I'm saying, a little like, oh, this is such and this is such and such. So anyway, the last little part of the thing is they're like, well, we're gonna go. So remember, like one of the recurring themes is a cave. Like it just kind of show it and then go switch to something else. So they go to, come on. Oh, now there's at this scheme or whatever. So, and this is why I keep saying I'm not sure about the name. The main character that we're following, his friend, which I would assume like is like his best friend or whatever, that's now, you know what I'm saying, messing with this girl that apparently I'm not sure he knew that the other boy had a crush on her or if they not, anyway. But he's like, we're going to the caves. And he was like, well, what you want to go to the caves for? So he has this whole thing. It's like, yeah, Eric might have. So there's this thing about with Eric missing, like there's like a couple of like missing factors or like, you know, he's missing. And this is one of those small towns. So like when shit happens, like everybody kind of knows. Yeah, it's one of those small towns where if anything happens, basically everybody kind of knows like what's going on with all the families and whatnot. Because like there's also like another joint was this lady has this one scene, and I would assume like she owns the hotel, but they're like she gets a call, and it seems like they're about to like kind of shut down her business or something. But she's like, yo, if you owned a hotel or whatever, but then in a small town, and then somebody just went missing, and this person just unalived themselves, and this and that, like this shit happening, like it's gonna be like not no business income. So she's saying shit like that. And she's like, we've been your loyal customer for like 20 years. I say that, but just to let you know, like it's a small town, so like boom. But they don't know. Like when the police was talking, she was like, yeah, like he left his phone and his money those are things that you would take, like if you was, you know what I'm saying? So what the heck, where is he? Where did he just kind of like vanish and go off to? Like, and now when the parents was at the police station, then they also had this other little talk about, it was a mention like, this is not his first time running away. And the parents was also, well, usually it's like 1 or 2 days and he's back by now. It's been 13 days. So there's that. Um, but yeah, they right now they have a scheme. The plan is to go to the caves at night and go to the caves at night. And so the thing is, the boy Eric had some stuff that could be sold, and they're like, "Well, what are we gonna do with it?" He was like, "Half of it we can just, you know what I'm saying? And if the people want something, if there's a market for it, we can, you know what I'm saying? Boom, half and half for sale, half for our entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Just boom, boom, boom." So so that's the plan now. That's the plan right now. So I'm happy. Like these episodes are nearly an hour long. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about halfway through. I'm about halfway through one episode, um, and like there were just like two other scenes, and like this. So there's some other shit that I'm just gonna have to like kind of like piece together to be able to like expound upon. But like there was this scene, like the boy, like it's a boy in a room, like a boy, like you would probably assume he's like 17, 18. You know what I'm saying? He's in a room and he's like he has his ears covered, but there's like something playing on the TV, and like the wall and the covers have like this repeating design. I'm not sure whatever it is, but he's like sitting in this blue room and he's like covering his ears. He doesn't want to watch it. It has that like this like little random scene, and then there's like this other little scene, cause yeah, I know I'm going super out of order with shit and shit, but um the the police officer who was, you know what I'm saying, boom, when he goes to see his mom was like, everything is happening just like it was 33 years ago. Okay, we know something, like what's up with this number 33, right? Shit, right? So remember, there's this big emphasis on time, when numbers and shit. So there's that. Then it does have this. It has that little like I told you, like that scene with that boy is like really short. And then it has this other scene with this guy like in this older man in some type of whatever, and he's like, "It's happening again. It's happening again." So we don't know. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean. I'm supposed to allude to. So I've heard this shit was good. It's decent right now. I'm trying to figure out what the hell, you know what I'm saying, the rest of this shit going on. But like there are a ton of fucking questions. There are a ton of fucking questions. Because right now it's the dad. Why did he do what he did to go missing? You know what I'm saying? It's the boy Eric. Why is he missing? Well, okay, I shouldn't say the boy Eric is missing. The dad, why did he, you know what I'm saying, decide to like exit life? And then, um, yeah, like what's going on? Like, it's just trying to figure some of the shit out. So I'm halfway through the first episode. Um, I'm, I'm, I'm interested. I'm interested. It has my, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to get to a point where I'm like, okay, because if it's a fucking hour long, me trying to like explain the whole fucking hour, that might be a whole fucking thing. But now that I got this part, I got a lot, you know what I'm saying, I got a lot of details, boom, boom, boom. Now I can go back. I'm gonna finish the back half of this. Finish the back half of this, and then come back and give a synopsis on the first episode.